Hey there, I'm Patrick Franco. Let's take a look at Parsvottanasana, which you might know as pyramid pose, but its literal translation is intense side stretch. So Parsvottanasana is a standing pose, and it's a standing pose, as the name suggests, that does a couple things. It definitely stretches the legs, but there is an intensity of the side of the body lengthening and stretching as well, which leads into a standing forward fold. So it stretches the feet, the ankles, the legs, especially the hamstrings. And because it is a standing forward fold, it also stretches the side body and the back and the torso. It strengthens, like all standing poses do, the legs, the ankles, the feet, the calves, the quadriceps. And because your body is folding forward, there is a little stabilizing along the spine, so the abdominal muscles and the muscles of the spine are also strengthening. So let's go ahead and take a look at this intense side stretch, which we often refer to as pyramid pose. So we are going to start with our feet 3.5 to 4 feet wide, which, by the way, is pretty much how every standing pose is entered when you're starting standing up. And then we're going to turn the front leg out. Now, we've done this a bunch of times. The big difference here is this back leg, which is now parallel to the back of my mat, like it would be in Warrior Two or triangle pose. This back leg for pyramid pose actually turns all the way in at a 45-degree angle, where my toes are going to face the top front corner of my mat instead. So I'm going to bring my hands to my hips, and now I'm going to lift my heel so I can spiral my leg all the way around. Once I get my leg all the way around, I can replant my heel. And that spiraling of the leg really makes this back leg work a lot. Now, classically, the position is heel to arch or even heel to heel. So we'll look at that first. But imagine that you're almost on a tightrope when you're in this stance. I'm going to bring my hands to my hips again, and then I do press my heels down and straighten my legs. From here, the side body lifts. So my legs straighten, I lift my trunk, I lift my torso, and then I come into stage one, similar to Parsvottanasana. And stage one is before I actually fold forward, I try to lengthen my chest again and reinvigorate my legs. So stage one, I press my heels, the legs straighten, the hips move back and away as my chest pulls forward. And then the forward fold component is stage two, where I can plant my hands or simply bend my elbows. My abdomen relaxes and my head moves down towards my shin and ankle. To come up, we revisit stage one, pull the head and chest forward, hands can come to the hips, stand up, parallel the feet, and then step our feet together. So that is Parsvottanasana, classic version, hands on the floor, head towards the ankle and shin, but it is an intense side stretch. It's an intense stretch of the legs. So one thing that we might want to look at where students struggle with is keeping their legs straight. And as they fold forward, if your knees also bend with you, well, then you're not really stretching the legs or the side of the trunk that intensely. So one thing that we can do to help us is use blocks. So we're going to take these two blocks, and now we can lift the floor to our hands. And simply by lifting the floor to our hands, it gives more space for my legs to stay straight as my torso lengthens and then folds over that front leg. The other thing that we can do, instead of starting from that wide position and turning the leg all the way around, I'm simply just going to face the blocks, and I'll step 1 foot forward and 1 step back. And that makes entering the pose feel a little bit more stable, okay? So from here, I'll step 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. Now, remember I also said heel to heel is classic, but it might feel a little wobbly or too narrow for some students. So in that case, I'm gonna widen my front foot to the right and widen my left foot to the left. So there's almost a channel between my thighs, between my feet, and I have a wider base in order to find stability from. So I press my heels, my legs straighten, I can take my hands to my hips, lift my chest, and then I maintain that as I come into stage 1. Now, instead of the floor, I can find those blocks underneath my shoulders, my hands under my shoulders with the blocks. Stage 1, reinvigorate the legs by pressing the heels, moving the hips back and away, and at the same time pulling the chest forward, the head forward, away from the legs and hips moving back. On the breath out, I can bend my elbows. Maybe I need to lower the blocks. Let my abdomen relax, and then let the head go down. To come up, stage 1, lift the chest, hands to the hips, press the heels, and come up. All right, there you have it, Parsvottanasana, intense side stretch. We'll see you on the mat next time.